Good morning, everybody. Today is day 24 of our 33-day consecration. I also want to say something about day 23 that I missed yesterday. Day 23, Matthew Kelly uses the analogy of the Last Supper and how if you're going to make your last will and testament, you wouldn't leave vague language. You'd make it very clear, obviously, so people don't fight about everything. And he makes a point that for the first 1,000 years, at least, people didn't even question the reality of the Jesus' presence in the Eucharist. And that wasn't really true until about the year 1500 or so, where people really started calling it to mind or to undermine the teaching of the church. So that was, I thought, a beautiful analogy just of the Last Supper and Jesus' clarity on this is my body and this is my blood. And then today on day 24, he talks about the early Christians and how even though we might have an idealist understanding of the early Christians, that everybody just got along. And if you read carefully in the Acts of the Apostles of the early Christian church, it was anything but. So most of the letters that Paul wrote in the New Testament are all to address issues going on in his communities, which were maybe 20, 30 people at the time. But the scandal of imperfection that so many people have with the church is a sadness, first of all, but it's also a bit ridiculous that we expect people in churches to be perfect when the reality is that all of us are struggling, hopefully, to grow in that perfection of charity that's is the ideal of the Christian life. And so today we leave you with that. And again, he goes back to the reality of praying before the Blessed Sacrament was one of the things that really united people, because it is the sacrament of his love. And the more that we love him in that, the more we can love our neighbors, even in their imperfections. And that's the call of the gospel. So have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.